Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of A Bite of Life. So I've been bugged incessantly by my friends Eddie and Moran to please do a grilled oysters video. Today we're making it happen. We're going to be doing oysters Rockefeller on the Weber kettle. We got a bunch of really yummy, amazing ingredients to use. So let's round them all up and get in the kitchen and get started. So this recipe is good for about 2 dozen oysters. We're just going to show about 10 or 12 just for the video. You'll need some spinach, that's about 3 cups, 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, some red pepper, 2 shallots, some nice pecorino romano, some salted butter, some prosciutto that we crisped up in the oven, some kosher salt or sea salt, cracked black pepper, heavy cream, and some sherry. So we want to mince up all of our garlic. Same with our shallot. And then we want to use about 1 section of a red pepper and mince this up real fine because you don't want big chunks of red pepper in the sauce. And now all we have to do is grate about half a cup of pecorino. So now we want to build our sauce. Using a pan over medium-low heat, add 1 or 2 pats of butter, all of your shallot, your red pepper, and your garlic. And then you want to slowly soften these ingredients. You're not looking to fry them or get a color on them. You just want to sweat them and get them softened. And once you've done that for about a minute or so, you can add in your sherry, about maybe 1/4 cup. And this is optional. You can kind of set it on fire. You don't have to do that, but it's fun. And once most of the sherry burns off, about half of it, then you can add in your heavy cream. And we're going to use about 1.5 cups. At this point, I turn up the heat because I want it to really get a good high simmer. I want the bubbles to get big and then small like this. I want the sauce, as they say, to rise and then drop. So it's big bubbles at first and now it's smaller bubbles because it's reduced to almost 1/3. At this point, turn off your heat and you can add in your spinach. There's plenty of residual heat to wilt the spinach inside the sauce, so you don't want to have the heat on at this point because it'll make the spinach brown. Add in your 1/2 cup of pecorino romano and just slowly incorporate all that together. And then we're going to do about 4 or 5 turns of cracked black pepper and a small pinch, not a big pinch, a small pinch of salt. The pecorino romano is salty. And as you can see, I had a ice bath there waiting for the sauce because even though we had the heat off when we were finishing the spinach, it still can make the spinach brown if you just put it to the side and wait for the oysters. So we want to chill the sauce. Now for shucking the oysters, I don't know if I'm the best guide for this because I'm not the most savvy at this either, but just try to find that soft spot in the base of the oyster and just shimmy it back and forth like you're picking a lock. And then once you get the oyster revealed, flip it over, take it off, take the adductor muscle off the shell and flip it over so it looks nice for presentation. And now we're just spooning about a tablespoon or so of the sauce over each oyster. And we're crumbling up our prosciutto. The prosciutto, by the way, we just put in the oven on 350 degrees for about 10 minutes. That's it, just to get it crispy like this. So now we're good to go. Put your oysters on the grill. This is direct heat. We do have some smoking chips in there just to add a little smoky flavor to it. But you want to cook for about 4 to 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes, not 45 minutes. And put the lid on. So about 4.5 minutes, you're ready to go. For presentation, I'm gonna put some kosher salt, or you can use sea salt, over the platter. So this looks pretty cool if you do this, and also it helps them to not slide around when you're plating them up. And we're just gonna arrange them how you'd like. And these bad boys are done and ready to go. Shave some more pecorino romano over top and say goodnight. Literally like heaven.